Hello, everybody. Hey, guys. How's everyone doing today? Good evening, America. And good morning, Philippines. Yes, guys, I'm still here in the Philippines. Let me adjust my camera here. Hold on one second. We're doing it. Hello, everybody. Let me pull out the comments. Hello, everyone. My name is Lhey Ralston with Pink and Maine, and we're doing live craft with me again every Wednesday with Lhey. Oh wow, that actually rhymes. I didn't realize that. Every Wednesday with Lhey. I'm gonna use that phrase. Hello, Anita. So we are live both on YouTube and also on Pink and Maine's Facebook page. So I can see where everyone is from, but if you'd like to say hi in the comments, so the algorithm will kind of push us in there and say, hello, someone's going live and all that. It's always helpful for us. So that's just a little bit of admin. So liking the video, and if you are not subscribed yet on our YouTube page, make sure you do so. What are you waiting for? It's always fun, the community here with Pink and Maine. So hello, Bonnie. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Anita. Hello, everybody. I am still in the Philippines, so it is my last couple of days. My flight to go back to the States is on Monday morning. So I'm actually sad, but I'm also excited. Does that make sense? So because I haven't seen my family for years, and then this is the first time again after 4 years or so. So I am a little exhausted still with my voice. You can hear that. So it's kind of crazy. But today we're going to do some crafting and fun. I have some gelatos in here for maybe I'll watercolor this with the gelatos. We'll see that. But the set that I'm going to use today is part of the February release. This is the Hippity Hoppity. I just adore this set so much. It's just so perfect. And Easter's just right around the corner. So if you haven't, made any Easter baskets, I think your loved ones will love these adorable images in here. All right, so this is what we're going to use. I have some watercolor paper prepared. Before I left the States, I've already cut my slimline using the brand new releases also. So this is what I have. I kind of bent a little bit of the card, but you know what? We're going to work with that. Hey, Wendy. Hello there. Right? Gelatos are something I really love. I love making backgrounds with it. I love coloring with it. It's just so versatile. I love gelatos. Hi, Michelle from Illinois. How's the weather there, guys? It is so humid here in the Philippines. It is wet. I mean, it's not like the South humidity, We go to the South in Texas, it's that sticky. In Arkansas, it was sticky. Here in the Philippines, it's a tropical kind of humidity. It is wet. I'm not kidding with you. It's like when you get out from the shower, you're already sweating. It is that. Yeah, it's to the extreme. Not kidding. Hold on. Let me see if I can adjust our camera. Say use this one. Let me see this. Let's fix this one. How about that? I think this will work. Okay, and then I also have VersaFine ink. I'll grab my watercolor paper. I'll use the much smoother side. This one has a bit more texture. I'll use the much smoother side in here. All right. Let me pull up the comments. And if you have any, side comments in there, use the comment section. Let's use that one. Let's engage with one another. It's always fun. All right. Short story. Philippines. If you think you're a great driver in the States, you should really rethink that when you come to this country. It's like if you follow the rules in here, you will be kicked to the curb because there's no lane, you guys. I have been driving for the last 2 weeks, and my patience level is like almost gone. Definitely almost gone. It's crazy. The last time I drove here was like, I don't know, 6 years ago. Woo! And it's no joke. All right. Wendy said it's been raining. Oh, really? It's still raining. I think my husband said you guys had some snow in California. Is that right? That is crazy if that's true. Oh, man. Is there any flooding at all? Will you guys be safe, okay? Because it's been crazy everywhere. Crazy everywhere. I haven't been updated with news, but because I didn't want to have just been so crazy busy with family that I haven't been in touch with the world. Does that make sense? Right. Wendy said up north, really? So I don't know my north of California. So I'm sure Lake Tahoe is like snowing like crazy over there. Sacramento, is it snowing there too? Or over there in the Napa Valley? My family lives in the Bay Area also. Look at this chickie. It's so cute. It's just so darn cute. I think I'm going to color the chickies this time. Because last time we used the bunnies. So this time I want to use the chickies. San Bernardino too. Bernardino. Oh, wow. Oh, no, I need to be safe, please. Hi, Denise is watching from Missouri. Melissa is watching from Alaska. Hello there. Please be safe, Anita, because she said it's flooding everywhere around her. So I didn't bring my die cut. So I'm not going to use the corresponding die set that we have. But it does come with a corresponding die set. But I couldn't bring my big shot, so I'm gonna have to fuzzy cut my images today. We're gonna do old school style. Nothing wrong with that. Lake Tahoe is, oh my goodness, it's flooding in Lake Tahoe. I love Lake Tahoe. That is craziness. My goodness, everybody, please be safe. Hello, Angela. Watching from Puerto Rico. Hello there. Actually, during this time of the year, it is super hot in the Philippines. And I know I've said, it's wet and hot in here. But honestly, for the Philippines, we have a good weather right now. We're getting some good weather because it's usually much, much hotter than this. So, my gosh, I'm not sure in Texas. My husband said yesterday it was a perfect weather, so I'm just not sure. But everywhere else, guys, please be safe. Carmen, hello, Carmen. All right, I'm going to close this one because I always make a mess with my inks. Please tell me I'm not the only one. My goodness. All right. This is the only scissor that they have in here. I'm just going to be very careful. I said, do you guys have any crafting scissors? I don't think anybody crafts in here at home. So we're going to deal with what we have. Work with what we have. All right. I think it's dry, but let's do this. Look at all these adorable images. They're so cute. My God. Okay. So gelatos. Let's talk a little bit about gelatos. I love gelatos. They're creamy pigment sticks. So they're so versatile. You can watercolor with them. You can create backgrounds with them. I just adore this thing. I know I've had this for a very, very long time. And then I couldn't figure out how to use them. For some reason, it's felt so overwhelming. It's like, what is this? Is this a crayon? Is this a watercolor? I really couldn't figure it out until I started working with Faber-Castell, and then I had to really dig in their products. And so I figured out many, many different ways how to use them. So I teach classes over at Michael's also, and Faber-Castell. That's every Wednesday at 5 o'clock. So I'm doing live with you guys here with Pink and Maine. But before that, I am doing classes with Michaels. So that's always fun. So like what I said, you can use it and pick up the colors directly from the gelatos like this, and then create your background. While the ink is drying, I want to show you guys. This one's really light, so I may not be able to pick it up. But you can use it like this, smudge it like that. I also love using the blending brushes, using some stencils. There are some fun ways how to use your gelatos with stencils like that. It's a little bit other color. So as you can see, you can create some fun backgrounds. All right, but today we're going to use them as kind of like watercolor. I don't have any yellows with the gelatos, but I did brought some marker with me, and that should work because they're both water-based. The fun fact about the gelatos is that once they're dry, they are actually waterproof. They're going to be permanent. So if you want to have like layer after layer of colors, you can definitely use the gelatos because once they're dry, they are permanent. So I'm using the Faber-Castell Gold Faber Aqua dual markers. It's kind of like if you have the clean color from Zig, it works the same. If you have the ones from Tombow, they work the same. So if you already have those in your stash, you don't need these unless you just want to splurge and buy new ones. All right. So using a water brush, make sure it's clean because I am guilty of this. I'm just going to clean my brush, make sure it's clean. All right, I'm just going to pick up. I want this to be very soft and very spring. And the water-based dye inks tend to be really vibrant. And so it's not just this one from Faber-Castell, but most dye inks, because it's not watercolor, they're really dye inks. So they're more saturated, more vibrant. So if you want a softer, more pastelish look, then you really have to dilute it with a lot of water. So as you can see here, just the tint is super yellow. So I really added a lot of water in there because I want this to be soft and light, like that. So that's the first base. I'm just going to keep adding colors. This. See, this is already getting much darker. Yeah. So I'll add a little bit more water. I'm just picking up some of that water. Just like that. When I'm coloring with watercolors, I feel like I can just be loose and not so precise. Does that make sense? Not so overly precise with my coloring. If when I am coloring with Copics or colored pencils, that's when the time where I feel like I have to be more precise with everything that I'm doing. This one is much brighter. Can you guys see the difference? Because this one I didn't add enough water, and this one is much lighter, more pastel, like that. It's okay. You can just add a little bit. And then I use slightly orange, so I'm just going to pick up just a little bit. Little bit goes a long way. Grab that. I want those little feet. So cute. And if you feel like you have too much water, then you should always have a baby wipes or a paper towel on the side. And I want the nose or the beak. Like that. I'm okay with that. So I'm going to let that dry, but I'm going to color in my basket with the gelatos. You can also smudge it over here in your silicone pad if you have any, like that, and do it like this, or just pick it up directly from the gelatos, like that. If you want a more saturated color using the gelatos, then you should apply it kind of like you're applying some crayons or some pastel. This one is the color guava. It's so pretty. It's like a very muted coral. Such a beautiful blush, coralish color. And I'll color the handle, the same thing, like that. That. So do you guys have any gelatos in your stash? Hi, Carmen. Hello. She said she's late. She was at church. Hello, Carmen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, you did? That is wonderful. She said she bought this set. Have you created with the set already? So remember last time when we used it, we actually used the bunnies. This time we're using the chickies. They're so adorable. I can't even. Anita said she has gelatos. Yay! There we go. Let me know what you guys would like to learn more. More background, more coloring with it, using it with stencils. So this color I'm using right now is the bubblegum pink. So I'm just picking up a little bit from the tube itself directly and just adding over there. And like what I said, once this layer is dry, you won't be able to blend the colors because they are permanent. So if you want to do some blending with the gelatos, make sure that your layers are wet to do the blending. But once they're dry, you cannot move those colors again. They're going to be permanent and waterproof. Bonnie said that she has a bunch of them. Robin said I think I have some too, just not sure where there may be. I think we can all relate to that. It's okay. It's okay, Robin. I think we have a lot of those tools that we have that we don't know where they're at. Carmen said, I plan to use the set in my gelatos this weekend at a crop. Yay! That is so fun. Okay, so I'm picking up more of the bubble gum. I'm just letting this layer just dry just a little bit, so we can really intensify the colors. All right, so I'm just going to add a bit more. And I love that the gelatos, even when the colors are like intense or supposedly more intense than the others, they're still very soft. You know, the colors are still very soft and subtle. It's not like those colors where it's just in your face. That's why I love using this for like soft projects like this. And then I'll blend it here again to have a much better gradient. Like that. Just like that. Oh, Carmen, that makes me happy. I think you will love the gelatos because the more we use them, we're going to create with them. I think you'll fall in love with the gelatos again. Like that, and then I'll just blend it. All right, then I will let that dry. I will go back and clean this up just so I don't make a mess. And then I want to color this purple. Clean your brush in between, don't forget. This is from Michael's. Hold on. So this is a watercolor pad. This is the artist level number 2. It is 140 pounds, right? So I get big bulk like this of watercolor pads, and then I just cut them. It works out. All right. Picking up. I think I have a bit more pink in here, but this is the lavender color. I think I have a bit more of that pink in my brush. I didn't clean it enough. Right. Like that. And then while this is still wet, I'm going to add some shadows and depth to it. Where the chickie is holding it, like that. I think I'm going to darken it for now. And then we'll add shadows later. So like that. Oh, that's the word I was looking for. I love that with gelatos, you can build. There you go. You can build your colors and build your intensity. Because with Copic markers, basically whatever you put in there, the paper will just seep it. Basically, it will just get absorbed in the paper. With the gelatos, once you let the first layer dry, that's going to dry up. And then you can build your intensity by adding more layer without moving the first layer that you applied. Here we go. And so I'm just going to let that dry again, because we want to build that intensity, right? So I'll use the blue. This one is Cotton Candy. Like this. Make sure I clean my brush. Just pick it up. Hey, Mary, coming in very late. Hello and welcome. It's okay. Hey, better late than never, right? Okay, so here. Some colors are more saturated than the others. For example, this Cotton Candy, I feel like it's more. That. And then this water brush is also from Faber-Castell. But you don't have to use the specific one. You can use just a regular watercolor also. Watercolor brush. Just like that. All right. The key to this is really where you applied it, and you can see the line. If you can see the transition from your light to dark, it means you didn't blend well enough. So you want to make sure you go over that line or that separation of colors. You want to go over that, go in circular motions like this, and then blend it. If you need to bring down the color just a little bit, do that. But then everyone's different, it's just my personal preference. I don't really prefer seeing that separation of colors. Where's my bubble gum? Now this one is dry. I can add a bit more in there. All right, just going to clean my brush, picking up more of that bubblegum pink. Here we go. All right. Back in here. And just add to the areas. See, we're building that intensity. And plus the gelatos look so cute. They look like lipstick. Like that. Just concentrating on the top where the scallops are. And then like what I said, I'm going to dab my brush in the baby wipes and then start doing this. So I'm going to blend this part right there. Like that. I'm doing a circular motion because it avoids giving that stroke from the brush, creating a brush stroke. So I'm going circular, circular, circular. All right. I'm going to let that dry. I'm come back in for my egg. And then now I'll add a darker shade of purple. This one is called grapes. Grape without an S. So this one is a grape. All right. This one is going to be darker. I can already tell. So I'm going to concentrate here. Just going to apply it. Just dabbing it. A dab, 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 dab. And then I'm going to clean my brush on a baby wipe. And then I'll just blend this. See? Just like that. And then if you want more intense color for your chickies, I think we can do that too. So come back in, and this time, instead of applying it in a silicone mat, I'm going to apply it directly where my chickies are. For example, here. Just like that. Right? And then I'll use the water brush. I'm sorry if I'm moving the canvas too much. Like that. And then just slowly blend. Add it here. And that's why sometimes using different media really does help, because it's different application. The way it settles on the paper is different. The way the colors are different. You know, one pops more than the other. So I have those. I'll add just a little bit more here. Like that. I didn't dip my brush into the water, so whatever is water is being pushed from the pen is all I'm using. Just like that. Add some extras in here. There you go. Maybe here. It's so cute. It's just so cute. Oh my gosh. Like that. Hi, Josephine. Thank you so much. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Yes, let's pull out those gelatos. The reason why I'm using a marker for this one is because I didn't bring a yellow gelato. If I had a yellow gelato, I would be using the gelato as well right now, because I really want that soft look, but we don't have a choice. I don't have a yellow gelato in my stash right now. So we're doing a bit of mixed media in here. All right. Add a little bit here. I think next week I want to play with the new foil. I cannot wait to play with the new foil. I'm super excited. And March is birthday month of Pink and Maine. So there's going to be a whole lot of fun release happening this month. So watch out for that. We cannot wait to share with you guys. I cannot wait to play also. I think this is good. I think we forgot to add the body. So I'm going to go pick up just a little bit and add a lot of water to color this in, to have a soft look. I think that's good. And then I'm just going to go back in with the same color and color in the beak. Cute beak. Like that. All right. I'm going to let that dry. And then I'm going to add some colors to this part right here. Guys, we're going to have a pink mink. Can you believe that? Pink mink? It's like an answered prayer. I will take anything pink. Anything. All right. So just adding more colors in here. Let's not forget this part. Like that. That. And then I want to add a little bit more intensity for the blue. So I have this darker blueberry color. The first layer of blue, we used the cotton candy. Now we're going to use the blueberry. I'm just adding some blue in here. Like that. Your gelatos might look different than mine because here in the Philippines, this is how they were packaged. I had to buy some colors for this project that I didn't have. And I thought I was going to use the bunnies, but last minute, you know how that goes. I wanted to use the chickies. So I didn't buy yellow ones. There we go. See how it's already we have depth, we have shadows, we have highlights, but the colors are still very soft. Very, very pastel-like. I love it. And I even want to add a little bit of this blueberry from in my egg just to pull in the color that we have. Just a little bit. And then I'll clean my brush right away so I can blend this. And I'm going in circular motion with my brush. Like that. All right, and then I'll add some of that grape for the bow. And then I will use the bubble gum to add some blush to the chickies. Clean it. Use the bubble gum. I don't think I can use the guava just because it's too light. And I want the blush to really pop. So going in carefully, just adding some blush. Add a bit more. Half in there. There we go. It's so cute. All right, now time for the old school way. We're gonna fuzzy cut. It's okay. It's okay. I'm thinking, I don't know if I actually want to add another slim line on top of this or create a background for this one. And right now, my gut is telling me I want to create a background. I've actually brought in a stencil with me. So I'll show you. I wish I have a secretary and have someone to fussy cut this for me. I don't. So I have to fussy cut that later. But I brought the stencil with me. This is one of my favorite stencils from Pink and Main. I just adore this one. It's like adding a little bit of texture. This is the mandala. So I want to have here. I'm going to do that. Finding a washi tape to hold it in place. Nowadays, I'm using my washi tape as just to hold my stencils. I know it's bad, but oh well. Like this. This. So I don't want to get the circle part. There. Just to hold it in place. Right? That. Now, using a baby wipes like this, I'm going to start with the guava with a really light color. Okay. I'm going to grab and fold it over, wrapped my pointer finger, whichever finger you're comfortable using. I love using my pointer finger. I feel like I have better control. And I'm just going to pick up some of the gelatos, right? Just like that. And then like how when you're using a blending brush, you want to start with the outside and just really, really light and pressure. Very light and pressure. You don't have to apply a lot of pressure here. And just go in circular motion. Just like that. And with this project, I'm not aiming for perfection in this one. I just want to add some, texture. Ah! Did I just say I'm not aiming for perfection? Okay. So I'm not going to mind that. So I'm just going to do it like I am intentionally doing it. I'm going over. I was trying to be careful, but you know what? Let's do it. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit on that top right. Go along. If you guys are making dinner, what are you having for dinner? If you guys are prepping or already had dinner, what did you have for dinner? It is 8:43 in the morning here in the Philippines. And so I had some eggs, rice. Yes, we have rice in the morning. I eat rice in the morning. Okay, so this time I am going to use the lavender color. Same, I'm going to pick up some of that. This. So you want to see how much? Just like that. And this time, instead of covering the whole area where we applied the guava, I'm just going to go places, areas like this. Just like that. Anita said she's playing with the gelato. Is it so fun? I'm so glad you're creating with me. Just like that. Just a little bit. I'll bring in just a little bit in here. And if you want to blend it without the color, just move around your finger like that. See if you want a bit more blended, more softer. I don't think I'm using the right cardstock because I can already see I'm peeling some of that paper texture. So I'm going to ease up on my pressure there. I want some more of that color here. And then blending it without it like that. So it's time for the reveal. Let's see what it looks like. Ah! Lorraine said we had boboli pizza. Oh my gosh, now I'm hungry. I shouldn't have asked that question. That sounds so yummy. All right, let's see. We have this texturized gelatos. I feel like I want a bit more of that purple. Yeah, more of that purple. So I'm going to grab that. Where is it? And this time I'm not going to use the stencil, and I'm just going to bring in the color in here. But I love it. Look at that. A little bit of that gelato texture. So you get a little bit of that texture in there. See? I want to bring in the color on this side also. You can always pick it up with your finger like this, like what I showed earlier, and just start smudging to create your background, or just use the baby wipes. Just ease on your pressure when you're using a baby wipes, because like what I said, Depending on how wet your baby wipes are, you might peel some of the texture of the cardstock. So that's the only problem. So make sure to ease up on your pressure. Mary said she had tofu shawarma with homemade pita. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, you guys need to stop now. It's okay. You don't have to share what you've had anymore. You guys are making me hungry. That sounds so, you know what, Mary? That sounds more like my husband's dinner. He's the one who eats very healthy here at home. I am more of a pizza, macaroni and cheese, fried chicken kind of girl. But that sounds really good too. I love chicken shawarma. When I was younger, I've actually worked in Dubai in United Emirates. So I will always have chicken shawarma, and it's being sold on the street. So I would just go on the side of our flat or condo and I would eat shawarma because, oh my God, they're so good. I am dead. My daughter is a great cook. Oh man. Mary, please DM me your address. I might visit you very soon. You guys are going on a crop? Oh man, I'm slightly jealous. Just a little bit. Bring in the gelatos and show off what we created today. And so now I'm using the guava color and I'm just pulling in all those colors in here. I feel like this cardstock is super thin for this project that I have in mind. I think I've overworked myself, but you know what? We're going to go through the ugly phase because there's always that ugly phase, and I'm just going to toughen through it. Toughen through the ugly phase. Now I'm using just my finger to smudge it because I can already see the paper peeling. But again, this is a mixed media project, so it's not supposed to be perfect. It's handmade. It's not Hallmark. But I wish there's a stopper in the gelatos. It keeps moving. So I'm just going to hold it like this. So, note to self, make sure to use a thicker cardstock when using the gelatos. This is not a watercolor paper, but I just kind of wanted to play more with the gelatos. And so here we are with our happy disaster. And then I'll repeat the same process with the lavender color. So we can add a bit more color in there. Like that. Grab the lavender color and then bring in the gelatos. I'll just pack it in here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, you guys see the paper? It's peeling. I'm just going to pretend they're not there. I'm going to do this. Like that. Like that. There we go. Clean up my space. I feel like now I'm missing some part of the purple in here. So I want to bring in some purple or the lavender color. Just a little bit and smudge it. Just like that. A little goes a long way also. So just make sure you guys choose the right cardstock when you bring this in the crop. This one is just like regular cardstock from Michael's that I got, but you know what? We're going to make it work. So we want to balance this one, have a little bit of symmetry, because instead of having all the lavender on just that one corner, I'm just trying to balance it out. Just adding a bit here. I hope you guys are enjoying more of this kind of like spontaneous live crafting instead of like a more planned one. And this is really how I am as a crafter and a creator. I really love that spontaneous. It's like whatever my intuition tells me. It's like, all right, I'm going to do it like that because that's how I do it in real life. As much as I would like to say I plan everything when I'm going to create, it doesn't work out that way. I mean, I plan the images that I'm going to use, but for backgrounds, for pattern papers, it's always a bit of a mess. And so right now, look at this. My intuition says create kind of like soft border around my image. So I'm bringing that in. Add a bit of that lavender also. Okay, Mary, I'm going to visit. Hi, Terry. Hello. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hi. Thank you so much, Lorraine. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. I am the same way. I love hearing other artists, crafters, creators, thoughts and process while they're going along with their decision making. Because that's how we're gonna, get some ideas as well. Because I'm like, oh, you know what? I really like what she did, or I don't like what she did, and I'm not gonna do that. Either way, still we're learning something. So I'm glad to hear that. All right, I'm gonna go over this one just like that. See, we're already changing this look. I want just a little bit more. Instead of applying it directly, I'm just gonna do this. Just gently light it, load it, just like that. Just like this. Because I feel like now that we have all lavender all around, I feel like the guava is throwing me off just a little bit. Can you guys hear the dogs? Oh my gosh. That is another story. The dogs here in the Philippines, they're not like how we have it in the US where, it's part of the family where they're inside the house, air conditioned. Here, the dogs are just outside. And so you can hear them right now hollering outside saying, it's so hot, let us in. We don't have dogs, so that's not our dog. Those are the neighbors. So as you can see, I'm just picking up just a little bit and lightly dabbing it, especially where the two colors are connecting. Just like that. I feel bad for the doggies. And I'm going over the part of the stencil because the white is too stark white. Does that make sense? So I'm just kind of going over it. And whatever's left on my finger, as I'm just smudging it in there. Not hard, but just really light pressure and just gently, so that I can take out that too much of that stark white. I'm going to go pick up some of the guava also. Like that. Just gently. I think that's what's throwing me off is that super white of the stencil. Just doing this. Right now. So what I want to do here, let me see, where's our base? Where's the base? Clean your finger. This is part of the gelatos is a happy mess, but it's very easy cleanup. Pastels, they're everywhere, especially the soft ones because they're like chalk finish. And so it's so hard to clean that one. All right, let me see my base. I've actually cut 3 different sizes if I want to. I can add it. Sorry, I didn't know I'm not in frame. Like that. Or I just really want this background. I think I really just want that background. All right. We're going to cut our images. Stay with me because this is going to be This is gonna be good when it's done. So I'm gonna fuzzy cut my chickies. Go over that fun part. I'm gonna do my basket first. I didn't realize how much I appreciate my die cutting machine until I got home and I don't have it. You're like, oh, yeah, die cutting is faster. Not all the time, though. Just depends on how much images you have to cut. Sometimes it's faster just to cut it if you just have like one or two instead of pulling your machine, setting up your sandwich, and all that. Yeah. Sometimes it's much faster to fuzzy cut. Not always. Unless you're doing like a big batch of work. Oh my God, the doggies are so loud. Look at chickies. Right. Set that aside. All right. I think what's missing in my background is warmth because right now it's very cool because of the purple, even the guava color, it has a cool tone to it. So I think that's what's throwing me off is that there's no warmth to that. I cut it too close because it is hard with this scissor. Man, I have to be Wonder Woman to fuzzy cut that. I'm almost there. Honey, I'm almost there. There we go. Almost there. In the Philippines, when it's Lent season, because we are very devoted Catholic, there's a lot of Catholic here. And so when it's Lent season, I think it's changing now. But during my generation, we never had Easter bunnies. I didn't grow up with that. So, but right now, I think they're changing too. They're adapting to the Western culture. But before, when I was young, it's all about the Lent season. There's nothing to watch on the TV when it's Good Friday. And then when it's Easter Sunday, the family, we usually would go to the beach to kind of like it's cleansing, it's part of that. I can't say ritual, but it's part of the tradition is that to go to the beach. It's kind of like a new baptism, new life, and all that. That's a Catholic religion. All right. Hello, Stacy. I don't know if I can open this basket with this type of scissor. I'm not kidding. Look at the scissor, guys. Look at this. Feel bad for me. Already feel sorry. I might just, I don't like it with the middle part. And you know what? We're just going to go work our way through it. It's handmade. Just going to go through that. There. Come on, camera, pick it up. There we go. I think what I'm missing is a little bit of that yellow. So I want to add something to this. Let me get this one first. And also some more textures. So let me tape my background first. I'm going to commit to this, guys. This is what I'm committing myself to. We are fully committed to the background we created. All right. Okay, dabbing. And also, once the gelatos are dry, I know some people are worried, are they going to transfer? The gelatos, are they going to be picked up every time someone touch it? No. you let them dry, and once they're dry, there's not going to be any transfer. There's not going to be any issues like that. And that's why I love them, because you don't have to spray anything. You don't have to spray any fixative or anything like that. Just like this. Now my problem is I don't know if I want to put in my here. I know I want to put them in the basket. I want to put my chickie over here. I want to add a sentiment there. Ah, it's already looking so cute. Just like that. I brought my monster tape here from Pink and Maine because they're just so easy to peel. Double-sided. Put it over there. Look at this. I've had tapes that I would, oh my God, lose my mind just trying to peel the non-sticky part. Yes, Stacey, you need to use your gelatos. It's always fun. Yes, we colored in this basket with the gelatos. You can always watch the replay also. But I didn't have any yellows, so I've actually used a water-based dye markers for the chickies. But the egg, that's using the gelato. The background was gelato. The basket was gelato. So, yes, we colored into the gelatos. I'm trying to find something with yellow, but this is all I brought with me. So we're going to deal with that. And then later I'm going to start adding my sentiment. I think I'm going to keep it like here, the middle part. But I'll just do that off camera later. As long as we finish putting together mostly everything. I think I'll put this one on top of this. Like that. Trust me, Stacey, you are not alone. We have friends on Facebook watching said they've had the gelatos for years also, and they haven't used them for years as well. You're not alone, and I don't blame you because they can be slightly overwhelming. But we're going to be playing with gelatos a lot here every Wednesday. So we're going to create more backgrounds. We're going to create watercolor with them. Coloring more images. That. Put in my chickie over here. And then I promise I thought I brought more colors. So I have more darker purple in here. I think I want more of this darker purple because I want something to pop. So pull this right in. And I think smaller. Oh, I don't have any more. Since we have blue with our basket, I'm going to use blue as well. Just like that. I'll start adding. Where do you guys? I should add more. I think more. I love enamel dots. I cannot have enough enamel dots. I don't know. I think I'm right there. I don't have any more light blue. Come on, smaller. Okay, I'll add some here. I'll add a little bit. I always add them in group of threes. And I think this is dry. Instead of adding a sentiment, I'm going to have a handwritten sentiment here. Bear with me, we're almost done. And also, I want to add a little bit of cute face here in my egg. Like that. And then I'm going to say Happy Easter. Should I do it in black? I think I'm going to do it in black just because I love bling blings. Trust me, you are not alone. So I'm going to zoom this right in. I'm going to do my lettering. I cannot put enough bling bling in my cards. I love adding personal sentiments like this. And sometimes I love to add, if I have black things, then I add just a little bit of embellishments of that organic mark making, just to match the whole mixed media look in there. But just that. It's okay, but this is what we have. And I would usually just add, writings in here and all that. But this is what we have. Oh my gosh, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Whoo! We pushed it through. That was a lot of right then and there decisions, but trust me, I wasn't making it all by myself. You guys were there cheering me on that says just keep going. Thank you all so much for tuning in and joining in today. Please don't forget that we have lives here in Pink and Maine. I believe that Caitlin is doing Thursday and Friday, or Tuesday and Thursday, something like that. But make sure to follow us on social media, and also make sure to subscribe to the newsletter. We have a fun release this month, so make sure to stay tuned because there's a lot of surprises and a lot of new products coming in. But thank you all so much. Thanks, Mary. Thanks, Stacy. Thanks, Anita. Thanks for tuning in and staying. Thanks, Robin. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Until next Wednesday, I will be here. I will see you again soon. As always, for now, stay creative and stay happy. God bless everybody.